Hi, we are from the Department of ER&HRM. My name is Olabode.
Madam Ajoy.
Information system can be defined as a combination of software, hardware, and telecommunication networks that collect, store, and process useful data locally in organizational systems. Okay, we have four components of information system. I'm taking them one at a time. Okay, hardware. Hardware. This is the part of information system that is physical and can be touched. This includes but not limited to computers, keyboard, disk drives, iPods, etc. We also have software. Okay, software. Software is a set of instructions that tells the hardware what to do. So software cannot be touched. There are two categories of software. We have the operating system. Operating system tells the system, which are the hardware, what to do. We also have the application software. So these application softwares, they are the ones that we make use of on our daily lives, we also have application software include mobile apps, like games like Angry Bird, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft Office, PowerPoint. So the number three component of information system is data. Data is a collection of facts. Example of data is maybe person's phone number, health information, house address, etc. Pieces of data are not very useful, but if collected together, they become very, very useful to the organization. Also, we have networking and communication, which is the fourth network and communication. A network is a collection of devices connected to each other to provide channels for information to flow continuously between people. The communication network like internet, intranet, extranet have become essential to the successful operation of all types of organizations. So the last component of information system is the people. These are the people that work every day to keep information system of an organization going smoothly. They include, but not limited to, the front desk, the CIO. The last component of information system are the people. These are the people involved in the information system, from the front of line desk worker up to the chief information officer. These are the people that make it possible for the information system to work effectively in an organization.
So I'll be talking about human capital management. This covers all activities and information system that ensures the smooth running and effectiveness of an organization's human capital. And when we're talking about human capital, we're talking about the employees or the workers. Now, human capital management can be divided into three categories, or we say three management modules, and they are human resource management, workforce management, and the talent management. So when we're talking about the human resource management, this generally covers labor management. And labor management includes benefits and incentives, let's say getting a certain salary, their remuneration, every other benefits that come with the job. It's also the job of the HR to take care of tracking data on taxes and employee demographics information. They also assign project assignments, and they also talk about leaves, like we have the annual leave, we have maternity leaves, and others. Now, when we're talking about the workforce management, this has to do with labor scheduling, that is planning of employees' attendance, what time will they resume, what days are they working on. We're talking about resumption and working shifts, that is if they are doing the 9 to 5, if they are doing the 10 to 6. And when we're talking about working shifts, we want to know those that will be doing the day shift, the night shift, those that will be working maybe 4 times a week or the whole week. It is the work of the human capital management to manage that aspect.
Go. Yeah.
And lastly, we have the talent management. Talent management entails the life cycle of an employee from the recruitment process to the onboarding to the performance evaluation. We can extend this to the training and development of an employee in their respective roles and how they grow on the job. That is probably signing them up for courses on project management, etc., and also compensation planning up to their retirement or departure. So next I'll be talking about human capital metrics. Human capital metrics is a system that is adopted by HR managers to evaluate the strategies that have been. So next I'll be talking about the human capital metrics. The human capital metrics is a system adopted by HR managers to evaluate the strategies put in place to measure the responsiveness of employee in the workplace. Now the metrics are actually those strategies that have been put out by HR managers to try to evaluate the success of the organization and also comparing it to the benchmark of other industries. And these metrics include turnover rate in the company. What's turnover rate? This is the percentage at which people leave the organization. Then next we have the turnover cost. The turnover cost, this is the cost of losing a staff that leaves. That is the hiring cost, what it takes, all the investments they put on in an employee, probably while he was on the job, to make him grow on the job. That is a turnover cost. Cost per hire. The cost per hire is the cost that is obtained or acquired in hiring a new staff. Then the human capital ROI. What is the ROI? That is the return on investment. When we're talking about the human capital return on investment, it is the profits realized from all expenses spent on the employee training, development, and talent. And lastly, we have the employee satisfaction. This has to do with the good working conditions of the employees, if they are satisfied with their working environment. Measurement of job satisfaction. This which can also be derived from using surveys and tech and exit interviews. Thank you.
Are you ready? Yeah. Okay, so customer relation management. This CRM deals with the customer service. It deals with the connection with customer, getting all the feedback, and also carrying the customer along in the production and the improvement of the organization. Customer have different methods. Customer CRM entails many methods and advantages. But one advantage is that it helps in the production. It helps in production. It helps in getting the feedbacks from the customers, and it helps also carry the customers along in the production of services. CRM also CRM like the major body of IT, which means CRM deals with the communication, like the relationship with the customers and the organization.
Okay. Now there's a flow or process through which product gets from its source down to its customers. Now all these processes are involved in the acquiring and sourcing of raw materials, now moving it to production center, and transporting it to a distribution center or retail store where it may be delivered to a customer. Now all this refers to a supply chain.
Okay.
Now let's go to supply chain management. Now supply chain management is the management of the flow, data, and finances relating to a product or service, which involves the acquiring of raw materials down to the delivery of the product to its customers. Now there is a need to develop a means or system to gather, that's to collect, to disseminate and elucidate a demand and supply information. Now there are steps to supply chain management. Now these steps involve planning. Now planning is a very important part of the supply chain management. Now why is this? Because it's very important to determine the demand and supply sources needed to fulfill an order request. Now another step to supply chain management is procurement. Now procurement, people actually take procurement for sourcing. Now sourcing is actually a part of procurement. Now why is this? Now procurement is actually getting all available materials ready for production processes. Now other steps in supply chain management involve product planning, inventory management, warehousing, logistics. Now it is good to know that there are ways out which there's a systematic and comprehensive way out which supply chain management are being measured. Now this is are quantitative measures and qualitative measures. Now I'll talk about the quantitative measure. Now the quantitative measures involve you measuring the performance and comparing and tracking how this performance. Now all this involves the order of time, the order of delivery time.
Enterprise resource planning also increases efficiency and increases collaboration. Businesses employ enterprise resource planning for various reasons such as expansion of the organization, improving operation and reducing costs in the long run. Drawbacks of enterprise resource planning: initial costs, implementation of training for the software. Enterprise resource planning is the process used by companies to manage and integrate important parts of business, often via software to connect planning, purchase, inventory, sales, marketing, finance, and human resource. It is often a software that helps businesses manage different functional areas such as finance, marketing, operation, and human resource. It is like the brain box of the organization. It binds and allows the business department to organize and communicate and share important information seamlessly with the rest of the company. Benefits of enterprise resource planning: 1. It improves accuracy and productivity. Enterprise resource planning helps eliminate redundancy which enhances productivity in the business. Number 2, it improves reporting. Accurate and compliant reporting helps companies adequately plan, budget, forecast, and communicate the state of operation to the organization. Enterprise resource planning also increases efficiency and increases collaboration. Businesses employ enterprise resource planning for various reasons such as expansion of the organization, improving operation and reducing costs in the long run. Drawbacks of enterprise resource planning: initial